Hello everybody, Glenn Denman here, working on the bus, and of course what else would I be doing but working on the bus, because working on the bus is so great. Anyway, so what I'm doing today is I'm going to show how I went ahead and constructed my drawer fronts that I have on here. The cabinets aren't completely finished yet, but at least I have my drawer fronts on, and that's the subject of this video. And if I wait any longer, if I wait till it's actually finished, then it'll probably be another 2 months from now. So I figured I'd go ahead and just show the progress that I have so far. So thanks for watching. Hi, my name's Glenn. This is Karen, my wife, and this is our bus. Okay, so I'm working on my drawer fronts here, and so I thought I'd just kind of show where I'm at with the drawers themselves. So I've got the drawers all constructed. I've got my drawer glides in. These are really nice. They're the self-closing ones. I'll tell you, when you build this stuff, you got to make sure that when you're working in a bus, everything's crooked. You got to make sure what you do build is straight when you use these drawer glides, and when you build drawers, everything has to be straight and square. Otherwise, it really screws you up. So, like over here on this cabinet here, I had to shim out the side of this garbage can or garbage drawer, if you call it that, because this cabinet was crooked, because this wall was crooked, and because the next wall. Anyway, it goes on down. So, but it's all good now. And so I'm basically designing these drawer fronts. When I did this cabinet here, which I like this cabinet, I like the fact that the wood grain goes all the way down. But now I built that quite a while back, and now I'm working on the rest of the kitchen. And I wish I would have just waited on the drawers and the door for this cabinet until I started doing all the things at the same time. Because what I'm running into here is I'm kind of changing and as I go with my procedures, or how I'm doing some of this stuff. So basically, to come into the bathroom here, I've got the drawers built for each side of the closet. So this side here is, of course, in the bathroom. This door will open this way. There'll be, for the upper part of the closet, drawers will just open into the room. And then the same thing over here on this side. These drawers open into this room, into the bedroom. And then, of course, this door here up above the drawers will open into the closet. But the closet will be all the way through because it's broken up by the pocket door here. So, so I've got these drawers here built. I've got this little cabinet here constructed. Basically, this will be for linens and extra toilet paper and shampoos and stuff like that. So this works really well. I still need to put some closers on there. I'm using the piano hinge where I can, and this is ready for finish. Then I've got these two little drawers down here that I thought would be nice to have, just for things that you don't, I could have put the shelves all the way down to the bottom, but then you're having to bend way down and look inside. These here drawers are kind of nice. Just pull them out, you can see right in them. So basically, these are completed. And then I've got my lavatory cabinet here built. And so this will have a door on this side. And I've got these three drawers. The top drawer is a little less, is shallower than the other ones because of the sink back inside there. But these all work pretty well for the most part, and they're really pretty difficult to open, so they should stay open pretty well when we're driving down the road. So now that I've constructed this cabinet and this cabinet, I've kind of decided how I'm going to build the drawer fronts. The drawer fronts, there will be 3 even-sided or even-sized drawer fronts here. And I'm going to use this black oak stuff that I got, And basically it's going to have a strip on the top, strip on the bottom of each drawer front that'll be inset into the 3/4 inch face. So that's what I'm working on now. And just to take you out and show you that pile of oak that I've shown in a previous video, but for the sake of this video I thought I'd go ahead and show it again. I got these oak staves. They're oak that they lower into wine vats at wineries, and so I got these here. There's about 500 of them, and I can get about 34 inches of wood out of each one. So these things are pretty rough, but they're really nice because the oak is almost black all the way through. It looks like black walnut almost. And so basically they start out pretty rough like this here. They have that purple looking stuff all over them, and I'm just kind of scraping that off. And so what I'm doing here is, like this piece here, you can see is pretty nice. What I'm doing here is I'm putting a screw in the end of each piece so I can hang on to it. Then I put a sandpaper blade on my table saw. Then I'm just kind of going through and cleaning the surface off. Just one side, the other side I'll just scrape off. Cleaning most of the surface off, and then I'll take my little orbital sander and finish that off. And when I first started doing this, I put the blade in the other way, and I had the fence there, and I was shoving the pieces down in between, and it cleaned them up pretty good, but it only lasted about 4 pieces, and I burned the edge of my sandpaper off. So what I'm doing now is I'm just leaving this blade open. I'm putting a screw on each end here for a handle, and then I'm just going through like that just to clean off the surface. So that way I can just do it manually by hand. So I'm putting a screw in each end, just part way in the side that I don't want to use, or that I don't want to clean. Maybe I'll save that side. Just enough so I can get a hold of it. Then crank up the table saw. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's coming out pretty clean. Then I'll take my orbital sander over that and finish cleaning that up. The back side I'll just scrape everything off. That'll just be covered up anyway. And I'll probably run the table saw, or run these through the table saw just to clean the edges off, make those nice and square, and should be in pretty good shape. Okay, so I've built my drawer fronts, or I'm assembling my drawer fronts here, and I've got I've got this here. This drawer front here is ready to finish up, and so is this one. And so this one here I think is in the kitchen. And so basically the oak is across the top, birch veneer in the middle, same thing here. So I've got these all cut. So basically what I've done is I've cut a notch out of the birch veneer plywood so that I can fit the oak right inside there. And it's, even though it's set down inside, it's going to be a little bit high. It's not going to be completely flush. I'm giving it kind of a 2-level look. And so I still have yet to finish sanding off this surface. and this surface, and then I still have yet also to run the whole thing through the table saw all the way around to trim about a 1/16 of an inch off all the way around, which will make the edges really nice and flush and plumb with each other. And so I'm going to work on these here. Now I just got to start cutting my oak and fitting that in there. Problem is, some of these narrower drawers, there's not much left of the birch veneer, but still, I think it's going to create a good look for this whole, for all these drawer fronts here. So I think this is going to look pretty good. Okay, so on these drawers at this point, I've got all the drawer fronts constructed, each one, and so basically I've taken and sanded off the surface of the oak on most of these, or all of these actually. This is the last one I have yet to do, and they came out pretty smooth. So I used a 120 grit sandpaper on these, and they came out really good. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish them off with some 180 grit. But before I do that, I'm going to take these through the table saw and cut all the edges off all the way around, because I made them all about 1/8 of an inch large. So that way I can cut all the edges off and sort of consolidate them, because they're kind of different levels and different heights and things like that. So once I do that, then I'll probably sand them again one more time just to make sure, and then I'll start putting a min wax finish on them. Well, so much for not wanting to get a new saw blade. I ended up getting a DeWalt 10-inch 80-tooth saw blade, which is for ultra fine woodworking, precision trim, whatever. And that's a pretty nice saw. So I'm going to go ahead and install that, because the other one, every time I make a cut, even with the tape, it's just kind of tearing up the edges. And I've used the saw blade quite a bit for a lot of different things, including aluminum. So therefore, I will be changing out the saw blade. But I'll save the saw blade for cutting other things that don't have to be quite as nice. Ooh, boy, that ought to make a difference. Well, that's almost scary. Well, let's see how it does. That's a nice cut. I'll see how it does on cross cutting though yet. Got 2 done. I'll continue to do the rest of the stack. We'll see how those come out. Okay, so just to finish up this video on the drawer fronts. So I've got these drawer fronts so far. I've got them constructed, I've got them installed, but I don't have them finished just yet. I still need to put some handles on them. I still need to put some polyurethane on them, and the whole fronts of the cabinets for that matter, including the cabinet doors. But so what I've got here is I've got the 3 drawers here, 3 drawers here. I've got my garbage drawer here, which eventually I'll have a slide out a cutting board here. So that'll slide out right over the top of the garbage. You can slide it out, drop your garbage in, or you can slide it out without the garbage being out or whatever. And so I think these came out pretty good. This cabinet here is ready for doors. Obviously I haven't quite gotten that far yet. But these drawer fronts I think came out pretty nice. So I've got them also in the back here. I've got these all installed here on the lavatory. I've got the 2 installed on the cabinet here. This cabinet here is a cabinet that has space for linen and what have you. And then I've got these 2 drawers at the bottom here that pull out. Like I said, I haven't got any handles on them yet. So, but these are the, of course, the self-closing. Those work really well. And then I've got these 3 drawers here in the lavatory, which all work really well. And this one's shorter because the sink is back inside there, but it'd be good for toothbrushes and things like that. So I've got those all installed, and they work very well. And I've also got the drawers on each side of the closet, those drawer fronts installed. And let me tell you, putting these drawer fronts on, when the drawer fronts are set inside the flush with the wood around it, is no easy task. So I've got these on here, and these things work really well. So I've got my plywood cut out for this shelf here, and that's going to be able to be lifted up. You can put stuff down in there if you want or whatever. You know, I kind of hated to lose that space, but I needed to have this wall here for my pocket door. Anyway, so I'll do a progress video on this whole thing at some point. This all works pretty good here. And this here, the reason this cabinet here doesn't go all the way to the ceiling is because that's where I'm going to have my fantastic fan. Is going to be right above this thing. And then of course I've got the toilet over here and sink over here, closet and pocket door if you can get the whole context here, and window and all that. So I have quite a bit yet to finish in here, but at least wanted to finish up this video on these drawers, and I think they came out really good. I'm pretty excited about it. So next step will be to finish all that, and I'll probably just do a progress video at some point in the future here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and appreciate everybody's comments on the videos and things like that. So thank you very much.